My name is Sarah Householder, and I moved back to Portland in 1999 when I realized I could no longer see well enough to drive a car. I'd lived here in the late 70s and had found Portland to be a fabulous place to live without a car, and I'm starting to think I need to look for a new city, one that will allow me to live in a non-driving world. You guys touched on this briefly, but gave us no information. TriMet has done the survey that they've been requested to do repeatedly about cost savings from bringing Lyft in-house. I'd like the board to give them a deadline. They claim to have already done the study and claim that it shows that it would cost money, but if they had, I guarantee you they'd have been here with it in hand showing it to you every time it was brought up. It doesn't save money. Mr. Mcfarlane needs to put the needs of the community ahead of building more trains and busting the union. I could not help but to notice his response. 2 months ago when asked about bringing Lyft back in-house, his first concern was that they cannot strike. Mr. Mcfarlane, we do not need a strike, nor do we want a strike. I would prefer that Lyft were not permitted to strike. And you're desirous of pushing the drivers to feel like they need to strike. I'm also concerned about what you called minor bus changes. Let me tell you about one specific lane that I quickly looked up today. The people who live on the 67 are going to be severely underserved. I don't know if any of you have ever grocery shopped by bus. Currently, the people who live there can jump on the 67 and get to Winco, a trip that takes a couple minutes longer than the car. That trip, with the new proposals, will mean that they'll have to catch a bus to Merlot, catch the train to either Beaverton Transit or Sunset, and then catch a bus to the grocery store. And they'll pay double for the privilege. You can't shop just once a week when you're riding on the bus, especially if you're feeding a family.